This is a 24/7nursetutors.com lecture. 24/7 Nurse Tutors, providing unlimited tutoring.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us. Integumentary, Part 1.
The human skin has two major layers, followed by fat, fascia, and muscle. The epidermis layer of the skin consists of dry, mostly dead, and mostly insensitive skin. It is the top and outside layer. Burns to the epidermis are generally first degree and partial thickness and are not considered clinically significant. Sunburns fall into this category. The dermis lies beneath the epidermis. It is wet, has blood flow, and contains hair follicles and sweat glands. It also houses sensory nerves. Burns to the dermis are second degree and partial thickness and generally require medical attention. The subcutaneous layer lies beneath the dermis. It consists of a thin layer of fat, fascia, and muscle. Subcutaneous burns are third degree or full thickness and always require medical attention. The skin has many functions. It is the maintenance mechanism for body temperature. It is a producer of vitamin D for the body. It is a barrier. It prevents evaporative water loss, protection for microorganisms, protection from the environment, and it also has the sensations of touch, pressure, and pain. It is our identity, our cosmetic appearance. It prevents loss of body fluid, and it's an excretory organ. A burn is damage to the tissues caused by heat, chemicals, electricity, sunlight, or radiation. Burns can occur from fires. Hot liquids and steam, flammable liquids and gases are the most common causes of burns. Most burn injuries occur in the home. 75% are victims of their own actions. The populations at highest risk include pediatric and elderly citizens. Burns are categorized as first, second, or third degree, depending on how badly the skin is damaged. There are many causes of burn injuries. Some include thermal, electrical, chemical, radiation, cold injuries, and inhalation. The good news is there has been a decreased incidence in the number of burn injuries as well as hospitalizations and deaths. Yet annually in the United States, approximately 1 million people require medical attention from burn injuries. 700,000 ER visits, of which 45,000 people are hospitalized. Deaths from burn or smoke inhalation injuries account for 4,500 deaths. Most burn injuries occur in the home. 75% are victims of their own actions, and the population at highest risk, once again, pediatric and elderly citizens. Let's discuss the rule of nines. The rule of nines recognizes the fact that the adult body is fairly evenly divided by 9. 9% for the whole head, 9% for the left arm, 9% for the right arm, 18% for anterior torso, the chest and stomach, 18% for the posterior torso, the back, 18% for the left leg, and 18% for the right leg. Now, if you are observant enough to notice, that only adds up to 99%. You're smart enough to figure out where the other 1% is located. Another, perhaps easier way to think of this, 9% for the head, 9% for the left arm, 9% for the right arm, 9% for the abdomen, 9% for the anterior thorax, or the chest, 9% for the posterior thorax, the upper back, 9% for the posterior abdomen, the lower back, 9% for the anterior right leg, 9% for the anterior left leg, 9% for the posterior right leg, and 9% for the posterior left leg. First-degree burns are limited to the epidermis. This causes very painful, dry, red burns which blanch or turn white with pressure and may or may not blister mildly. They usually take 3 to 7 days to heal without scarring. The superficial skin layer over the burn may peel off in 1 or 2 days, And the most common type of first-degree burn is sunburn, as you see in the picture on your screen. And no, that's not me. Second-degree burns are very painful burns. They're sensitive to temperature change and air exposure. Typically, they blister and are moist, red, or yellowish. They appear wet. Usually they do blister and may or may not blanch. Second-degree burns will heal in 2 to 6 weeks. Scarring is usually confined to the changes in skin pigment. Third-degree burns are the most serious type of burn and involve all the layers of the skin and underlying tissue. Third-degree or subcutaneous burns appear very dry, charred, and may be yellow, gray, or black. They do not blanch and are leathery to the touch. They generally are not heavily blistered, usually cause the skin to be very waxy white to a charred black and tend to be very painless because of the nerve damage. Healing of third-degree burns is very slow, if at all, and may require skin grafting. Severe scarring usually does occur. Healing time depends on the severity of the burn. Deep second and third-degree burns, called full-thickness burns, will likely need to be treated with skin grafts, in which healthy skin is taken from another part of the body and surgically placed over the burn wound to help the area heal. Remember, you are more than a conqueror and you will be successful. Join me as we review core content in the next unit.